What's up, fellas?
What's up, guys?
What's going on?
It's time to get in a group and chat.
It really is.
You know, it's that time of the week. There's a lot going on. No shortage of news.
Yep.
And, you know, the only question is where we start. Do we start super topical and just have some fun and celebrate the birthday of one of the great Americans? Or do we go to the economy? What do you guys want to talk about?
I really want to talk about OJ's attorney's wife's birthday.
Yep. Yeah, that attorney's wife has done well for herself ever since lately, you know?
And Bruce Jenner's wife, or Caitlyn Jenner's wife.
Yeah, true. You can't dead name. Yeah, she's looking young.
She looks great.
Yeah. There's a fountain of youth over there. I don't know if it's a doctor's office, you know, I would imagine, but
no, I think it's the water in Calabasas.
Got it. Because Kris kind of looks like Kim. And Kim kind of looks like Kylie.
Yeah.
And Kylie kind of looks like North.
Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party was Saturday night.
70.
And okay, obviously big deal, big birthday, you know, stars are coming out. It was at Jeff Bezos' house.
Wow, really?
Yes.
Was it Beverly Park?
I don't think so. No, it's in Beverly Hills, but not Beverly Park.
Huh. Okay, I saw Dunkin' Donuts did a brand deal.
With?
They did like an activation. They did like America Runs on Kris Jenner.
Wow.
They did.
So the party was paid for.
They did an integration.
Oh my!
Like everyone got donuts. Everyone got like custom donuts, and there was a sign that said "America Runs on Kris Jenner."
Oh my God!
That is on brand with Kris Jenner. That she would get the whole party paid for.
Yeah, let me just make sure because you guys, I thought you guys would know that. I want to make sure. I've
been religiously following how great this birthday was.
Yes, it is a full integration. And if you look at the press, it says like Khloe satisfies her sweet tooth with a donut after mom Kris Jenner's star-studded birthday bash. Like great integration.
The irony is nobody at that party has had a donut in 30 years.
Yep. Especially not Dunkin'.
Or if they do, they're going straight to the plastic surgeon.
But they nailed
they go to the bathroom and throw it up. Like normal
It's also
Americans.
such a good integration because like they posted on their stories like we're partying and now we're eating donuts and yay, and like it's kind of like, you know, like if you integrated like a birthday cake, but instead you integrate donuts, and they nailed it. The marketing team at Dunkin' is good.
The marketing team is good, but you know, I really want to double click on that it was at Jeff Bezos' house.
Yeah.
And Dunkin' Donuts paid for it. What is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, they're just...
And Zuck was there. He posted him in a tuxedo with Priscilla on the way to an event. We know the event.
Yeah. I saw Jay-Z and Beyonce were there. Adele was there. Mariah Carey was there. Bruno Mars and Snoop Dogg performed. I mean...
They did it.
They did it
at the highest level.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were there. Oprah was there. How does it work when you're that level of celeb? Is it because like obviously all of these people are not her close friends, but it's so high profile. Like, how does it work? Like, who's calling who? Is it like?
Yeah.
I want to know how it goes down.
I'd imagine it's similar to the Michael Rubin 4th of July party. He curates the list. It's pretty limited from what we understand. It's not an easy invite to get. All the celebs are asking for invites on podcasts and interviews leading up to the party.
Yeah.
Plus, you want to know why it's so brilliant is because Jeff Bezos and that crowd want to be around celebrities. Celebrities obviously would want to be around Jeff Bezos. Then I would imagine like all the Oprahs and stuff of the world have to go because not only, you know, to celebrate, but I'm sure they want to take the moment with Bezos.
Yeah.
It's like once you reach like critical mass, it becomes something that you have to go to if you're Oprah, I think.
Yeah. It felt like you have to be at this. And I know everyone likes to joke about the Kardashians and Jenner, and they get mocked a lot. Actually, over the weekend, Kim Kardashian got mocked for failing the bar. Which I give her credit for even trying. So like, I'm not even mad at that. But what's interesting is Kris Jenner is like probably one of the great entrepreneurs in American history.
Well, yeah, undeniably. Undeniably, yeah. She
doesn't get the praise of the industry, like the public. She gets praised by the industry.
Exactly. She gets praised by all the celebs and all the billionaires.
I think it'll take time. I think she'll be remembered down the line. I think they're just easy to hate on. I think, another big thing that's crazy is like, if you look at like TikTok or, comments or that generation or that thing, like they're washed up, they're lame. No one likes them anymore. The Kardashians are whack. And it's just couldn't be further from the truth.
They're bigger than ever.
Yeah.
So here's my question to the two of you. What tier of celebrity did not make the cut? Because everyone wanted to go. You just named the most famous people on the planet.
It's A+. It's A+.
Yeah,
so, like, give me a celebrity that would not make the cut.
Tobey Maguire.
Really?
He's A. He's not A+.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, he's not making the cut.
It also is like
haircut.
It's also like aesthetically. Aesthetically, Seth Rogen can't be invited to that party.
Yeah,
you have to have like, she's concerned about the pictures. Like you can't have Seth Rogen in the pictures.
Yeah. It is impressive. The other thing I will say that's impressive, just a little bit of inside knowledge. I know you guys know this, but is like everyone I know multiple people that have done like brand deals with the Kardashians, like, not high profile businesses. And Kris negotiates the deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Personally. And she shows up and she, like if something goes wrong with like a post or a post doesn't perform as well, she does kind of like a make good with one of the other sisters. She does it personally.
That's amazing. And
so if you do a Kim campaign and you're promised X, kind of promised loosely X amount of impressions, but something doesn't do well or Kim's busy and it kind of steps on Fashion Week, she does make goods with the other members of the tribe.
Yeah, she's very impressive. I mean, just the businesses, like if you just think about like it's Skims, it's, Kylie Cosmetics, it's all the stuff she was doing with Kanye, it's the TV shows. I mean, brand deals with everyone you could ever imagine. God knows what equity they've been given in businesses all over the world. Who the hell? She probably is top 25 VC investor in the world. We don't even know that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her VC fund.
Does she?
Wasn't that a big thing? Didn't she launch a VC fund like a year or two ago, and it was like a huge deal?
Kim launched a fund with Carlyle Group.
Yeah, like a private equity.
Oh, well, that's what I meant. Sorry, that's like what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. You were talking about Kris.
It was like a buyout fund.
Specifically Kris, you mean?
Yeah. But
it's also just like, look, I know you can joke about it, like sex tape, and I get it. Totally joke worthy. But like, to create such a mega empire and to have officially like broken through and, because there was a long time when like Beyonce and them reportedly didn't want to associate with them. I'm sure Bezos wouldn't have associated with them. To break through and build such an empire off of nothing, just hype and media and marketing, and it's impressive. You have to respect it, because even if you do something, if you're an athlete or an entertainer or whatever, you have to look at like, well, what's my excuse? They did it off of nothing.
Yeah. Oh, well, they did it on the backs of OJ.
Right. But do you think that like, I mean, I guess the sex tape was kind of relevant because it was OJ's
the Kardashian name, everyone, like, I mean, if you're like my age, Robert Kardashian. He was very, very famous during that era of the trial. And then Bruce Jenner was like, is one of the greatest American athletes of all time also. Right. So they were a well-known entity.
It's just in my world, they weren't, like, meaning I think Ohio. Especially in LA, they were very well known.
Yeah.
In Ohio, it was not.
Yeah.
Like we OJ's lawyer. I mean, like name recognition, but like, you know what I'm saying? Not like the way it was out here. Like you would see him around and like,
that's
part
fair.
of, and that's the whole rest of the country except for New York.
And if I'm like Mackenzie Bezos and I'm watching like, if you think about Jeff Bezos' arc, obviously one of the greatest founders of all time, makes insane money, is arguably kind of what we felt like threw it all away for some selfies and some, salacious text messages.
Yeah.
Goes kind of like, kind of cringe for like a year or two. And people kind of wrote him off.
Yeah.
He's kind of now slowly made his way back in good graces of public light. And he hosts the hottest party of, I don't know, the last 10 years.
Yeah. He is in the mix.
Yeah.
I wonder what Mackenzie thinks.
Mackenzie's just giving away all the money to like nonsense charities that aren't doing jack shit. And at least he's having a good time.
I can't imagine. Like, I wonder what the scene, like when do you have a guess of when Amazon like IPO'd, let's say?
In the 90s.
Yeah, late 90s.
Late 90s.
Right. So like, I just wonder what the scene was then versus today.
There's a famous 60 Minutes clip of him driving around in a broken down Camry.
Yeah. Gosh,
and he was already rich.
If that doesn't make you love America, I don't know what does.
It is unbelievable. Like his whole arc and like what he's up to now.
And the fact that he's buff just to add some sprinkles, it just really is sick.
Good for him. Love it.
Yeah. Good for all of them.
Happy birthday, Kris.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Kris. You look great.
You look great.
And he's also like, it's back to back with, I think Kendall or someone else just had a birthday where they were like on a private villa.
Yeah. But
they're just.
That was a little low budget compared to Chris's. It's your mom's outshining
the queen. You. Right. I mean, you gotta. She knew hers was coming up. She's like, okay, I'll approve the villa. You're not going to Jeff's house. Okay. Well, yeah. Happy birthday. And I will say, like, once again, if you check with TikTok or, the comments on social media or whatever, they're washed, they're cooked. No one cares anymore. They have no pull. And that's why you don't listen to the shit talking.
Yes.
Okay. Government, you want to go government? I mean, this is what I'll say real quick. I have a trip to New York soon, and I am legitimately concerned. There's been videos going around social media of like 7-hour waits in Dallas airport and this and that. And I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if there's going to be any air traffic controllers to guide my plane safely to the ground. I'm not sure. So what do you guys think?
Oh, I flew a lot in the last 7 days, and I will say, they definitely are shorthanded at like TSA, but like the actual number of people traveling like this exact time of year, it must be slow because I haven't had to wait in any long lines anywhere, just to be honest. And like, pretty easy to get through everywhere I went. So I haven't had an issue. I did have a flight that was canceled like 48 hours before and saying due to what's happening with the government shutdown, we're going to cancel your flight. And I rebooked it to, and I rebooked it to another airport, and I was fine. I am going to New York on Monday night, and I am a little concerned about that flight because so many have been canceled in the last 48 hours. They have to get all these people out at some point. So there will be a backlog to catch up. So we'll see what happens. The big news, though, is in the last hour, the Senate passed a funding bill to basically continue funding the government through January, give everyone their SNAP benefits for a full year and veterans. And then everyone who got as of October 1st, everyone will get back pay, and all the people that were fired from October 1st onwards will be given their job back if they want it. And so that's the latest news. Yeah, we're back. Government. So I don't know how quickly it turns back on. Like, I don't know, I think it has to go to the House now, but the House They have the majority, so it shouldn't be an issue. It should pass. And then they're going to fight it out, all the other things they said in December. So we'll see what happens. But, a lot of things happened in the last 24 hours for Trump because he was very active this weekend. And I'll tell you why.
He must not
I think he got a sniff that like he's not as popular as he thinks he is. And so he's
maybe Mamdani.
I actually don't think it's Mamdani. I think, Mamdani and Trump have the same playbook. They have the same, ghostwriter.
No, but I'm saying Mamdani is a little bit of a temperature check. Like the opposite is getting hot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, don't you think he's like, hey, I got to get some good, good graces here?
Yeah, I think he did realize recently that like he's not as popular as he was in when he started the year. And a lot of that has to do with the economy. And then I think the government shutdown went on way too long, and it had a real impact on consumer spending, on consumer confidence, on just the confidence in the country. So he was out in the streets this weekend. So it was obviously veterans weekend in Washington, D.C. So he kind of did the circuit. He was at the Commanders game. This is hilarious. So Commanders are playing the Detroit Lions. He gets in the booth, and I didn't have the sound on. I just figured he just said, hey, happy Veterans Day, whatever.
No, so first what happened was he started giving a speech. And look, D.C. is a blue area. Yeah, it's not a state. It's a region. It's very blue. They booed the shit out of him. You couldn't even hear what he was saying. Yeah. Then he went in the booth and started calling out plays. Yeah. So he's like trying to, show he's like a regular guy. But get back to the shutdown. This is an utter failure by the Democrats. Utter failure. Yeah. So
nice. Let's go on in.
The Democrats, what was holding the funding bill up was the Affordable Care Act subsidies. So basically that we keep the premiums that have always been there. The Republicans didn't want to keep those premiums. And they're effectively going to double if we don't negotiate with the Republicans. Yeah. Right. And they basically gave a pinky promise to the Republicans, we'll fund this bill, but let's talk about it in December, which is so goddamn stupid. Yeah. Right. Like, what do the Democrats think the Republicans are going to do in December?
Well, it's crazy. Bernie Sanders just put out a video.
I saw him on the floor. He was screaming. Yeah. He's like, what are you guys doing?
Right. Yeah.
This is what the difference between the Democrats and Republicans. The Republicans just stand in line. They do not go against Trump. Yeah. He can call your wife a slut. He can call you a midget. He can say your hands are small. Doesn't matter. You stand in line with Trump. The Democrats just gave up what the whole reason the shutdown was going on, to protect healthcare for Americans.
Yeah. The problem is Democrats don't have a leader, right? Like, who's the leader of the Democratic Party? Nobody.
Right now, nobody. Jeffries.
Exactly. Nobody.
Right.
He doesn't have clout. People are not.
It's just so like disappointing, because this is actually going to affect a lot of people in red states and blue states. So it's not really political, in my opinion. It's more just the reality. And now you're basically giving the leverage to Republicans to run you to the wall in December.
Yeah. And then what? They blew it. They blew it.
I wonder if they felt like I wonder if they had a meeting and they felt like they were losing the information battle. Like, was it starting to feel like to most Americans that it was Democrats were at fault?
So yeah, I think what I saw, I watched 5 minutes of the press conference post the vote of the 8 Democratic senators that voted to fund the bill. And they all came out and basically, I think they felt the pressure around SNAP benefits. They felt the pressure around like, shit, the economy's already weak. This is not helping. And so they felt the pressure around that. And they're like John Fetterman, he's kind of in the middle. He basically said, like, I'm not tanking the entire country over this. Like, I've made my decision, and he voted to support the bill. So I think you're right. I think the sentiment was getting ugly, and someone had to blink, and it was those eight Democrats. And like, that's the problem, is Chuck Schumer is the leader. And so he's not like someone anyone respects at this point. He's lost the credibility within the party. And so they're not going to listen to him.
Yeah. I mean, just only speaking like politically, it's not a good look. I mean, I'm glad that they did that and it's over, but I feel like it kind of looks, they look guilty.
I think they look weak. I don't know if they look guilty. I think they just look like they can't.
I think they look weak. Yeah.
Well, I think, so I'm kind of saying the same thing, meaning you're saying they look weak. I'm saying like they look like they caved because they were the problem. It's kind of like whoever caves, it looks like, okay, well, you were the holdup because now it's going to pass because they changed their mind. So it's like, they were the holdup.
You just have to put your mind in the mind frame of politician. Their only goal is to get reelected.
Right.
That's their only goal. So they must have done polling in their constituency and people were like, get the government open.
Right. That's kind of, that's what, I agree.
That's my assumption is what those 8 Democrats did. They were probably getting the heat, people calling their Senate office saying, what are you guys doing?
Right.
My aunt can't pay her bills. My son is laid off. What are we doing? Right. That's probably what happened. And they kept hearing those messages and they caved.
Yeah. Agree.
Without getting anything in return.
That's impressive. Art of the deal.
The art of the deal. Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, hopefully. So, I mean, you would think that flights and stuff should be good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how quickly is everyone back to work tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe Tuesday.
I would think more people would go back to work knowing their check is going to come. soon.
Yeah, probably. Right. That's probably the case. I'm sure the mass email went out like, we're back, baby.
We're back. I got a week. It's not until next week. So,
well, I'll let you know. I'll be out Monday. This week I have a few flights, so I'm sure it'll be a good test. The other interesting thing was, he came out today and said he's going to give a $2,000 tariff dividend because he's collecting trillions of dollars.
I mean, if he does that, he's going to be a star.
I mean,
so here's the thing I don't think is being reported enough in the media, but it's what's going on. So there's a Supreme Court ruling that is going to come out relatively soon about
January.
whether the tariffs that have been in place that have collected all this money, whether that is legal or not legal. And likely they're going to vote that it is illegal. So how does that unwind? Sorry. How does that unwind all the money we've collected?
Yeah. So
that's why I think he's trying to stack. You collect all the money, you send out a dividend. There's no way they can reel that shit back in. It's too late. It's already been dispersed.
Yeah.
It's already at the Supreme store.
I think it's genius. I think literally it's already at the Supreme store. It's already on Labubu's. I think that is a genius move to make sure to like force their hand that they can't unwind it.
Yeah. I actually,
and no one knows honestly, I've tried to Google it. No one can clearly tell the public whether this needs congressional approval or not. The $2,000. No one knows.
Nobody knows. Well, because by the way, the tariffs didn't need any approval. He just did it. And think about, he caused global chaos with the tariffs and he didn't have to listen to anyone. And then today with the $2,000 tariff dividend. So here's my few takes on that. One, stupid. We should we can't keep giving people money. It's just dumb.
The story was played out 4 years ago.
Yes.
And the story was played out. We know exactly how this ends.
Okay. So, but here's the thing. There's a couple of things here. It's actually like very complex. One, I don't believe in giving out the money. I think it's bad because we know where it's going. It's going into crypto, Robinhood, stores, shopping, and like a lot of fraud, right? Like that's what's happened. That's what happened in 2020. That's what's happening again if we start handing out money.
Right.
But he knows that it's popular. Handing out money is very popular right now. And it's
he's learning from Mamdani.
Yes. That's my point.
Because Mamdani promised all this. He's like, fuck it. I'm taking it a step further. Here's the money.
Yeah. No promises here. We're just going to send you a check tomorrow. And then Bessent, the Secretary of Treasury, Treasury was out on all the talk shows today, basically saying, well, it can come in various forms. It could be a tax cut. It could be no tax on tips. Or he's already backtracking because he's like, how the fuck are we going to do this? Because he knows it's a terrible idea. But let's fast forward. Let's just say it happens. You better own fucking stocks and Bitcoin and everything again, because the party is going to fucking rip. Because there's a chance that we give $2,000 to everyone under $150,000. That's what they're saying. Then there's a chance all the tariff are found illegal, and all that money has to go back to companies. But let's just say they can't. They say we're not going to give the money back, but there'll be no tariffs moving forward, right? That is going to drop the prices of goods. Inflation goes away overnight. Fed is going to cut. It is going to rip. Everything is going to rip if that happens.
Yeah, we've seen this exactly is what happened. Think about short-term memory. This isn't like, we need to think about what happened in the 70s when there was all these various factors. This was 4 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. We know exactly what will happen. But I will say, I think that there's a lot of quiet Trump voters that really think that Trump was handing out cash during his first term. I mean, he was in a sense, but any president would have done that. But when it came to the last election, there was a lot of funny little videos and stuff of people being like, well, shit, Trump gave us cash. And I just think it works, man. I think it's it's Mamdani's whole platform. And I think it works. And I think it's also probably a way to force that ruling to go in his favor.
If I'm him, I'm doing the dividend in Q2.
Yeah.
And you lock up the midterms. You're good. You're going to win.
Yeah.
I think he has to do it before the ruling.
That's true too.
Yeah. Then he has, I think January is the ruling. And so he did the government shutdown conversation. Then he had the tariff dividend. Then he hit the Commanders game and was a sports announcer. And then he dropped another idea today, which is the 50-year mortgage.
Which might be dumber than the 2,000 that he's giving out.
Well, what's interesting is I looked it up. So many countries have 50-year mortgages. In fact, in Japan, they have a 100-year mortgage.
So Japan's a great example. They started the 50-year mortgage in the 80s.
Yeah.
And real estate went through the roof. No one actually gained any equity and everything crashed. And today, real estate is 50% cheaper than before the 50-year mortgage started in the 80s. But this has played out.
But that's Japan. Who gives a shit about Japan?
Yeah.
He just brought up other countries.
I know, but you have to remember, Japan has other macro issues. They have population decline.
They're not America.
They have stagflation. They're not America. America's booming.
Yeah.
So this is why it's so stupid, because what happens in this scenario is everyone's seen the tweets. The interest rate doubles. I'm not breaking any new information, but you don't get
interest doubles, not the interest rate.
The interest doubles.
Yeah.
And so you delay when you're actually getting into equity. The whole point of owning a home, which is why the boomers made so much money, is they had so much equity in their home. This 50-year mortgage, you're 15 years out before you even start getting equity. So you're effectively renting from the bank. You might as well rent rather than do this 50-year mortgage.
Right. But for the sake of politics, you're already finish. Sorry, you finish.
The real solution is to cut out the zoning and just build. Right. If he can do executive orders for everything, why can't he do an executive order to every state? I need 1 million new homes in California, 1 million new homes. And
it's a local thing. The state can't even do anything.
No, I know, but everything he's doing is just,
maybe he should deport all the zoning people.
Ooh, I like that.
Sure.
Deport them all. Because I agree. I think the problem with everything you said is correct. But I think what Drama was about to allude to is politically, it's a great move.
Right. I was going to say you're too thinking about it too intelligently. It's just hey, your payment's down.
And it says I have a chance to own a home. What the fuck do I care about what happens to the United States 50 years from now? You don't give a shit.
But
You
the
care
reality is you don't own the home.
I know, but that's
too
not
smart.
Yeah, that doesn't work. That's like
it looks like you sign the paper. You say this is my home. That's all you need.
And
you get a title.
It was the same. The thing that I hate about the thing that happened in summer of 2020 was we were sitting here talking about like very rational thing, like nobody's working. How is the stock market ripping? How is everything? We were just like frustrated because we just didn't understand it. Now that I understand it, 50, 75, 100-year mortgage, I don't give a fuck. Do it all.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. It's just like, you just got to keep.
It doesn't matter for asset holders. It matters for the average person.
I know.
But you want to know where I'll say that I kind of actually like it, agreeing with you, D, after like kind of 5 years later, understanding how shit actually works, is it's a psychological boost.
Exactly.
And that I think actually has economical benefits.
Yeah.
If we can get everyone to stop fucking hating America and wanting to burn the whole shit to the ground because they actually have something invested in it, I think you actually get let's say a GDP, boost.
And so to your point, there's an article that came out at the Free Press that Peter Thiel wrote, and it's actually a really good article. I encourage everyone to read it. And he basically is talking about the rise of socialism, and there's things that we've been talking about for a while, but I think he just articulated it in a way that was like very clear, which is they're not participating in the economic growth that's happening. So when you don't address why millennials or Gen Z are angry, then you get communism because they're selling you exactly what you need.
Right.
So that article I know came out the other day, but which is actually more impressive. Peter Thiel wrote an email to Zuck and Mark Andreessen in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Predicting all of this.
Yeah.
Saying student borrowing is through the roofs. They can't pay it back. Rents are too high. Cities aren't affordable. Socialism's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone in 2020 that was saying that.
No,
I don't know anyone that was saying it so like succinctly, but what I will say is not that we're geniuses here, but like a lot of people have been talking about, student debt, college sort of being irrelevant. Like we joked probably in 2020 about like, what's your fucking degree going to get you? A barista job? It's not worth it. College isn't worth it. And this is the result of all of that stuff actually being true. And now the reality is people do have that debt. They did go to get that education. They don't have job offers and they're fucking pissed. And so I think, I'm not saying Peter Thiel wasn't super early and smart and saw it, like really defined it. I don't know that we said it's going to lead to socialism, but I will say like we've been seeing these structural problems for quite a while. And like, yes, here they are. And I think what we thought was going to happen was there going to be a revolution with pitchforks outside of rich people's houses. Instead, we have people voting in socialists and, which is probably more destructive.
Yeah. I think the thing is that the solutions are there to solve this problem, but no one wants to make the hard decisions. So let's talk about on home ownership. A few states have opened up, like Texas and Florida has really allowed for housing to get built. And everyone's like clowning Austin because the prices have gone down a lot since the peak, but they also have so much more affordable housing now because of it. So by de facto, people will go to Austin and it'll be a cycle, right? They'll keep building and then it'll catch up and then prices will go up and then they'll build some more. And it becomes like a real healthy kind of economic cycle in terms of real estate. The problem in states like California and New York, it's like, it's impossible to do anything. So LA specifically, it's so hard to build. It makes it almost impossible for any developer to even bother because it's just you're never going to make any money. And so you have a real estate issue, which is very solvable, in my opinion, immediately by just letting people build. And I think you'll have affordable housing. The education problem is mega. These colleges are so bloated with expenses. The amount of administrators, I forgot where I saw it in the UC system, how many people on like a college campus make like over 200 grand a year. It's insane. There's no reason for people to get paid that much money and that many people. Sure, give the best professors, the best administrators, give them their money. Everyone doesn't need to have to get paid like this. They're all bloated. So if you if you force the hand of these schools and told them to cut and be more efficient, yes, you're going to cut jobs, but maybe tuition doesn't need to go up automatically every single year, at a higher clip than inflation. It's a joke. Right. It's a joke.
Yeah,
and
I think we thought like colleges are going to go out of business and this is going to happen. It's not. Like people are still going. What's going to happen is you're going to get socialism. Yeah. And we never could have guessed that. Once again, props to old Pete, because he did see that. We didn't see that. We saw like, man, Harvard's going to be irrelevant. A Harvard degree is going to be irrelevant, or people are going to, rebel against the rich people. They're not. They're just going to have really high expectations that aren't met. And so when someone comes in and says, hey, I'll give you all this stuff for free and I'll freeze rent and I'll whatever, they're like, yeah, finally. Yeah.
The problem is that like we haven't seen any politician be incentivized to cut spending. So there's no point, because it requires a cultural shift. Everything we talk about is just spend more and more and more, give more dividends.
Right.
Give more, give more, but we don't want to cut anywhere.
There's too many people that are on the take of the grift.
Yes.
That's why spending doesn't get cut.
All you have to do is look at Doge. Yeah. It's like what ends up happening is too many people are on the take. Those people do a really good job at vilifying the people cutting and saying that people are dying because of the cuts and this and that. And the cuts stop.
Yeah. Because they're not popular. That's it.
Exactly. It's just a game of perception and popularity.
And those people are career grifters, so they just wait for the next politician to come in. Like, oh, we'll slow down a little bit for this term. We'll ramp it back up for the next term.
I mean, here's what's crazy. Think about this for a second. Doge is still in place. As far as I know, I don't know exactly, but the cuts are still happening at a relatively similar pace. Just no Elon, no press. Remember when Congress people were like making a show of trying to break into the USAID building and the Treasury, and they're Maxine Waters, and where is all that?
Yeah, it was fake.
But Doge is still there.
Yeah,
Big Balls is still in there cutting. But there's no spectacle. There's no theater.
Yeah,
it's because Elon's gone.
Yeah, it's just like it's all fake. It's not about actually cutting. And like, yeah, it would be good to have cutting. I think almost every voter agrees with that. It's that then it gets warped through the marketing that, you're killing people in Uganda by not sending them, the medicine they need, when actually it's because, Nancy Pelosi needs her cut and she's not getting it. Like, it's wild. It's so fucked. It's so not like as simple as like, yeah, government's bloated. We should trim it back. We should cut expenses. You just can't. We're on like a ride that you can't get off of.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there's no chance in our lifetime that things can be cut. But the only thing that can change is, if you're just thinking about it from a pure like efficiency standpoint, is that AI and robotics will have such a tremendous impact, and it will eventually enter the government and public sphere, where even like, at UC Santa Cruz or whatever, they're not going to need as many employees because and so you'll end up being efficient just because of innovation. And I think that is our actually only bet, because if you basically give a solution that's like better and cheaper, like, you may not have a choice at that point. Yeah. It's unclear right now if cutting people is the right move for these types of leaders. They're like, no. Well, it's who's going to do the job, or we're going to lose funding. But what if you get to keep the funding and you just make money?
Right.
So I think it could potentially start at the corporate level for the housing in a small way. So I saw Rick Caruso on a clip with Big Boy. I think it's on his podcast. Mm-hmm. Rick Caruso has the Hotel Rosewood, which is I think the nicest hotel in Southern California.
Yeah.
And he's built affordable housing for all the employees that is right next to the hotel, because anywhere near the Rosewood is unaffordable. So these people are driving in an hour and a half, 2 hours. And obviously they're not going to be happy when they show up. If they're leaving at, 4:30 in the morning, then it's a worse experience for the customers that are paying the exorbitant rate. And A, he's providing value to his employees. B, he's going to benefit from it because his employees are going to be happier.
Yeah.
Right.
So imagine at Google, Facebook, forget the employees that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, but do you know how much janitorial staff there is? People in all those kitchens, the cleaners, they're driving 2 hours minimum to get to those jobs.
Wasn't Elon trying to do that in Texas? Wasn't he building like a neighborhood for Tesla?
Yeah, I think he was building like a commune or something.
Yeah. The other thing that I don't think will work, because I think it's just like too powerful to stop. But like to your point, D, about AI and eventually making things more efficient and eventually kind of having to slim down government maybe in that way or spending. I think the big thing that's happening right now, though, is those people are trying to regulate the shit out of AI and like really make it a problem. And, first AI has to actually become what it's going to become and such a useful tool. I think, once again, I think it's too powerful to stop, but like it's in a battle. Yeah. If they can regulate the holy hell out of it and, essentially throttle it severely. Like, do you know the messaging that's going to be AI is a sentient being coming to kill us all and take our jobs if the government people get a whiff that it might slim down government?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
they're going to be playing Terminator on repeat on ABC. This is our future.
You're already seeing kind of laws pop up in America and all over the world around like, we got to take it slow with autonomous driving. It may not be safe. Like you're finding these like pockets of like dissent around robotics and AI because they know what's happening is going to replace a lot of their people's jobs. So, but I think like capitalism is going to prevail in that sense where it's just a better product and a better experience and consumers will demand it. So I'll give you an example. So I had to go to the airport yesterday and an Uber was $75, UberX, Saturday morning, which I just like couldn't get myself to spend. So I go Lyft was like 50. Okay. I'm like, how close does Waymo get to the airport? So it drops you off at the LAX economy parking lot. $28.
Wow.
And then what do you do to the airport? The
shuttle. It's a 7-minute walk to the shuttle stop. And then I walked to the shuttle stop and I took that to the
shout out to you, Frugal Freddy. Holy shit.
But I not only did I get a deal, I actually liked the experience better because being in a Waymo is just better than being in an Uber or Lyft because you control the music, you control the temperature, you're getting a pretty safe ride. Like, I don't know, it's coming. The wave is coming and people are going to demand it. And in the case of like what Anand said with the Rick Caruso, if companies need to do that to get staff or need to do it to like keep people happy, they'll spend the money. Google spends so much money on food to keep their engineers fat and happy. Yeah. So like companies will spend money if it makes them more money. Very simple.
I'll tell you what, the Illuminati need to have a meeting ASAP and like come to terms with like, hey, you guys gotta make people feel a part of the game somehow, give them the housing, options or because like, it's not like, it's not working. Like meaning, we can blame the universities and there's a lot of reasons why, but at the end of the day, like they got to make some shifts for like just general perception, well, the health of society.
So, when we're talking about AI, I think AI's biggest problem in America, at least, is Sam Altman is the evil genius everyone wanted Bill Gates and Elon to be.
What do you mean?
I mean, the guy's getting served a subpoena in the middle of a conference. He changed the structure of his company multiple times over.
He looks like the bad guy that everyone thought the other two were.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everything he's done has been fairly disingenuous. Nonprofit, for-profit, asking for a government bailout now on the $1.2 trillion he's on the hook for.
Even that one clip of him reacting to Brad Gerstner so terribly.
Right. And Gerstner is on his side. He's a shareholder.
I know. That was a terrible reaction.
Yeah. He's
like, what do you want? Let me buy your shares.
Like, you're in an interview, you idiot. This isn't a fucking Zoom call with shareholders.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, he's not the right leader for the AI age. He's actually the absolute wrong leader. Like, he's a bad hombre.
Yeah. He's the Travis Kalanick, I think. Like, I think that they need a softer face.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing is you can say everything he believes in a more empathetic way and get a way better result and reaction. And he could be like, you know what? There's going to be an abundance of riches. And these are the things that he's very like combative. He's very like, I don't know. He reminds me of like a young Mark Zuckerberg, who is kind of like not good at media, young Mark Zuckerberg. And now, you know, I don't know, is he even 40 yet? But like whatever he is now is like a completely different person.
Yeah. Plus, he didn't hold the keys to what people think is going to be like a potential humanity-ending technology. Not that I think that, but like you got to be real.
I think Facebook is a humanity.
No, in hindsight, I think it was. But at the time, when he was so shitty at press, that's not how people looked at him. You know, they were like, "Wow, young billionaire, founder of," you know, and then he was just kind of bad at press. This guy, everyone's got the bullseye on him anyway. They're going to analyze every word whoever that person is says anyway, and it just so happens that he's sloppy and
there's no excuse, because Zuck was 22 when he was doing those interviews that you're talking about where he's sweating on stage with Kara Swisher.
Yeah.
Sam Altman's 40. He's been in the game for damn near 2 decades at a very high level.
40?
Oh, man.
They got to fucking swap him out, man. They need a soft, well media trained, trustworthy lady.
And I think that will happen because, you know, it's the same thing. Like we saw what happened at Uber and like and in Microsoft and in Apple and in like these companies. Everyone thinks that like, you know, companies die when, you know, the wrong person or a different person takes leadership. No, I think Sam Altman had to be who Sam Altman was to create OpenAI. It wouldn't have happened if he was a rational thinker. So I appreciate the type of person he is to get to this point. But now he's holding like the keys to hell. Yeah. And I just don't want him to have it.
Yeah, he's not the guy with the keys. Doesn't he have some wild Zuckerberg style control though? Like, isn't he hard to replace?
What is OpenAI? I don't even know. Is it like a company? Is it a charity? What is it?
Nobody knows.
I think it's
in limbo.
I'm pretty sure you're right, Drama. He structured it that it's impossible for him to get fired.
I think so. And I think like I think he's pretty, you know, I don't know. I have no fucking idea. And I hate making these sort of assumptions, but it sounds like he's pretty, like wants to be in charge, wants to be the guy.
He's been around every major startup in the last 15 years. He structured his docs that he cannot, would have to
but he doesn't even own anything, does he?
That's what he claims, but it's like siphoned off to another entity.
Yeah,
that's a nonprofit.
It's like the Kawhi Leonard, Steve Ballmer deal.
Exactly.
At a much bigger level. Level. Yeah. Drama, your other point about the Illuminati. The problem is the Illuminati is now Sam Altman, Elon Musk, you know, Joe Rogan. That's the Illuminati.
But Bezos, like, I'm just saying, you got to do something.
Bezos is the social Illuminati. That's what
I'm saying is like for every Kris Jenner party you throw, you gotta like build an apartment complex for your staff in fucking Jersey. Like you gotta like they're catching up. They're catching on.
I think Bezos, that ship has sailed with him. He's not going to be that person. Like he basically has chosen the path that like, I want to enjoy my life. I want to have fun with my Latina and I want to go party the world. Like I get it, but he's not going to be that guy. Elon, on the other hand, I think Elon's like tentacles in all these industries are so deep, and they're going to keep growing. Like Elon probably hasn't been to the doctor in 30 years. When one day when he gets a little bit older and he has to go to the doctor and he hears about insurance, he's going to fix it.
Right.
He does not know that people pay insurance to go to the doctor. He has no idea.
Right.
I guarantee he has no idea about that.
He doesn't know that people have to drive to an office somewhere to go to the doctor.
Yes. Like, I don't think he has any idea about health insurance. One day he's going to wake up, he's going to feel sick, and he's going to be tired and old. And he's like, what? How much does this cost? And he's going to change health insurance. I promise you. It's like, I even give credit to Mark Cuban. Like what Mark Cuban is doing with prescription drugs on Cost Plus, like that shit's revolutionary. Like it is truly a revolutionary thing. So I'm optimistic that the Illuminati that we have, they are going to fix a lot of these societal issues. And that's why, like, I think it's fine if Elon wants $1 trillion pay package and wants to control Tesla. Who cares? It's a net positive for humanity. Who cares if
the shareholders voted 75%, which is damn near unanimous for the package.
Right. Yeah. I love it. But like part of my point too is like I feel like not only did, for so long, I'm not an expert in this, but for a certain amount of time, wages went up, houses were affordable, all that stuff, right? There was kind of a match there. Now, as we've talked about since the boomers, there's been a mismatch. But the other thing, in my opinion, that happened with like technology and these gains is you could live like a richer person for cheaper. Things like email and the internet, and you had access to more stuff. I don't feel like since Uber, where almost anyone could get a car, a driver, there's really been like a technological advancement that has caused you to feel richer or live better for the same price that you were living. And I'm just saying, like your point, D, with insurance, I need the Illuminati to focus a little bit on everyone. Let them at least make some innovations that make everyone feel richer.
Yes, that's true.
Like I thought, we thought it was going to be VR. You'd have a whole little world there in your bedroom and you could go to Turks and Caicos and you could party with whatever you want. But that didn't end up coming to fruition. So everyone's still living. Not only are wages stagnant, rents are up or, housing is up, but there's not like a technological, thing, a new BlackBerry, a new iPhone, a new something that makes you feel like you're moving forward. And I need the Illuminati to fucking focus.
Well, that's AI.
AI and robotics. I think like I'm starting to see it. Like, so Waymo's the first thing I've seen where it's getting cheaper. That's the problem. Like for the technological thing to actually work. Whereas like Uber has raised their prices. Uber is too expensive to me.
That's right.
Like it's way too expensive to take an Uber now. And
early Uber was all subsidized.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But now, whereas like Waymo,
the thing with AI, anyone in their mom's basement and anywhere in the world can create an app, a website, if they have a killer idea.
Right.
15
years ago, that would cost $500,000.
Yeah, you're right. That's definitely on the edge of the thing. But what do you think about Waymo?
I'm going to tell you why, but I think you're thinking about AI the wrong way. Of course, there's a lot of millions of new businesses are going to be created. A lot of people are going to get rich off of like the access to this incredible technology. What Drama's point where I think you need to feel like you're getting leverage or something has to be improving. So for example, with AI, if your taxes could be easily filed, or when you want to make an appointment, it's easy to do, or when everyone has their own personal AI agent that's $30 a month, courtesy of ChatGPT, and it starts doing things for you that make your life better and easier, that is when the tone will shift from fear to like embracing it, because you're like getting like, I don't know if you saw that robot that's for sale for like 20 grand that'll fold your laundry.
Yeah.
Right. Like if we can give everyone a robot that'll do laundry and do your dishes.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Everyone's going to lose their mind. Like if no one in America ever had to do dishes or laundry again.
Yeah. I feel like even like Alexa was like a big jump in like, wow, I have this thing. It plays music for me. It does these things. Like you just need, and I think you're right on an AI will be that, but it's today AI is a threat in most people's minds. It's not a net positive or even close yet, even though we know it is. And even to us, it is. And the way we're using it, it's already a positive. But I think to your average American, it's still a threat that's going to steal their jobs and actually make their lives worse. And once again, just telling the Illuminati, just, you know what I mean? Like, just please focus on that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you can't, I get it. You guys are getting super rich. It's super dope. You got Latinas and all sorts of stuff, but like, you gotta look out for the everyday person or else you're going to get Mamdanis everywhere.
Well, you know, what's interesting is in this same topic, DoorDash stock went down 20% on, I think, Thursday or Friday, but everyone thought it's because demand had softened, but that's not the case. Revenue was up 27%. Orders were growing. It actually went down because they're investing heavily and into more efficient software and robotics and things of that nature. So like, people are spending money, right? Like Uber and DoorDash and Uber Eats, these things are very, very expensive. They're not affordable to most people. But if food delivery becomes obscenely cheap and you're able to get food for cheaper, you're going to feel like you're winning.
Yeah. Good robocar. I mean, I think driverless cars will add a lot of.
Yeah. Tailwind.
Yeah.
It is a big tailwind. I want everyone to experience it because when you get inside, like I take Waymo like every week, so I'm very always excited by it. But if everyone experiences it, like I don't care if you go to a city with fucking Waymo and take it, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm alive right now. Like right. You're going to like you get so excited about the future. I mean, Google should literally subsidize everyone to get one free Waymo ride, because I think once you see it, you'll change the tone of AI and robotics.
But that's going to be Elon again. I mean, the way he's going to be able to leapfrog them, I think, is because Teslas are just already everywhere. So the Waymos are already there.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. But yeah, anyway, that's my request. If anyone from the Illuminati listens this week, is you know what I mean? You got to focus a little bit.
Yep.
Refocus a little bit. Okay. Do we want to talk about the Bear Cup before we take off?
Yeah. One last
bookend with positive stories.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we got? I mean, I saw Starbucks has this new bear shape. What's it called? It has a cute
Barista.
Little name. Yeah.
Barista.
So is this like the new Stanley Cup or what's happening?
Yeah. So they basically launched like a cute little bear in a cup.
Yeah. I want to get one tomorrow, actually.
If you can, they're like sold out everywhere.
Oh, it's really like that.
The resellers are already taking advantage.
Oh, it's really that. I can't just go get one.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it depends. It might be the location, but they did a small like drop for holiday, caused a panic, and it's sold out. And like, you know, I've always said this, Starbucks is my favorite brand in the world. And recently the brand has, they've been damaged. Like it has not been a company or a brand that people look up to. And I've kind of recently just locally expanded into new coffee places just to see what other people are doing. Cause like, I'm just such a Starbucks loyal person.
Wait in line?
So everyone now has mobile ordering. Even like the local coffee shops, you can go online and order the coffee on their site. Okay. So I'll tell you a really funny story. I went to, I drive by La La Land, which is a popular LA coffee shop.
Yep. Slammed.
Everyone is, they have 10 locations, I think. They're all slammed. The guy just like crushed it, who designed it and built it. I always wanted to try it, but it was so busy. I was walking by one 2 weeks ago and I was like, oh, there's no line right now. I'm going to go try this. But I was on the phone. So I ordered myself a banana foam latte. It's fire. So good. It's like a milkshake. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So I order that banana foam latte, and I wait outside on the phone. And this lady, I'm literally in like an intense conversation. This lady walks by me. She goes, "Hey, buy me a hot coffee." I go, "What?" He goes, "Buy me a hot coffee." And I'm like, "All right, fine." Homeless person. Walk into back to La La Land. Walk in.
Why did you do that?
Because I felt I have a little socialism in me.
She's Mamdani over here. Mamdani.
You remember I'm the OG champagne socialist. I made that shirt.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
So I went, I went back in the line. I ordered her a hot coffee and goes, "You can get her a hot coffee. Just put her under my name and then I'll pay." She goes, "No, I want a banana foam latte."
She knew the order.
Oh, so she knew. She's been hustling people. Yeah.
She hustled me. And then she goes, "Yeah, and I want oat milk because, nobody wants dairy."
Wait, so what? So she wasn't homeless? She was
so she definitely is homeless, but
a a fucking dairy-free homeless person?
So I'll give you
that's the most LA shit I've ever heard.
I'll give you a hot take because I've had a conversation with a lot of homeless people about this. No homeless people eat dairy. It's not good.
What?
I'll tell you what. It's bathroom reasons.
I mean, I'm not even.
I've had this conversation outside of Rite Aid with like 10 homeless people. They always say
it gets more LA. Have you asked in New York?
No, in New York they're like very scary. So like I don't talk to them.
I think that is probably the peak of LA.
Well, yes, obviously a banana foam latte with oat milk was the most.
But even like a dairy-free homeless population.
Well, I think it's not great when you eat dairy and you take a shit.
I understand, but if we made a list of things that aren't great, I don't think the fucking lactose poops are high on it.
Yeah, maybe sleeping under a freeway pass.
How are we ranking what's going to disrupt our day?
I don't know. Every time I've ever tried to offer because the people ask for money, I'm like, "I'll buy you food. No dairy." I cannot tell you how many people have told me no dairy.
I've
been turned down. They ask me, what's the food? And I'll say, they're like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah. What is that? Indian food? Pass.
Damn. Right. That's wild. Okay. Well, good to know. I mean, that's I will say, D, you do a good job at sort of keeping your ear to the streets and different, you go to Complex Con, tell us what happened. You go, finance world, all this stuff. You are literally have your ear to the streets. Turns out milk is not hot.
No.
That's wild. Okay. Well, shout out to Starbucks. I will say, I don't know what my take is here. Like, meaning this isn't new, but like massive companies creating a moment will always work.
Yeah.
Like the Stanley Cup, whoever else has done it, Crocs has done it well, but like creating a moment. And I will say props to Starbucks. I'm not hating, but like, doesn't seem like that hard of a moment to create, like, hey, let's just make a clear bear with a lid on it that looks like a hat and we'll ship it. Like there's no like true scarcity here. But they created a moment. They did something cool, took off on social, and they're getting rewarded.
Yep.
It does depress me how Starbucks have turned from like, the local, meeting place. People would go there to work. And now it's like literally just designed for pickup.
Well, the reason why is one policy destroyed Starbucks' core culture of community, which was letting everyone use the fucking bathroom.
Well, so
they
then why
just put milk in there? Apparently,
no, they give.
Well, no, they have no reason to turn down the dairy if they have a free bathroom at Starbucks.
That's true.
I think because of this new Starbucks rule, they're like, no more dairy. Starbucks will no longer be a like place to sit and eat. And those days are done. They're going after the smaller format stores in New York. You'll see them small format, only to go. That's the future. Yeah. You have to go to high end coffee shops for that experience.
Yeah, I thought about that because it wasn't that Starbucks' whole thing is like we're bringing like the Europeans, feel. And I went to a Starbucks I hadn't been to in a long time over in Studio City, like since like the Robin Big days, and like there was tables and chairs, and like we used to go there and hang out, and they literally like cut the footprint of the store in half, and it is just completely optimized for mobile orders.
Yeah, that's it. They made their bet. They know that this they can't fix the bathroom problem. It's better to just get rid of them.
That's insane. Okay.
All right.
That's all we got. We got some shout outs.
We got two. First one from Digi Housesm. I just found this podcast and love it. I totally agree with y'all's immigration take. God bless you guys. Don't ever surrender your opinion to fit in. Stay true to you.
We like never will, Digi.
We will
From
always
my
stand
cold,
up,
dead
Digi.
hands, Digi.
Out of my cold, dead microphone.
I can only imagine what like if someone just discovered group chat like on this episode, like what they must think, you know?
Last shout out is from Jackie. Shout out to Carrie for being the best work wife, especially since we have been working for free with this shutdown. Oof.
Oh shit, Jackie, we just talked about this. I think you're back. You're backy, Jackie.
Get back in work, Jackie. You're getting paid.
Shout out to you and Carrie. It looks like you're back.
All right.
Okay. Well, do you keep us updated on your travel?
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone have a great week, and hopefully the government's back, and hopefully America is indeed great again.
All righty.
Great. Thanks for listening. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.